If you're looking for the cheapest, and I mean cheapest coins out there to build your God Squad, head over to AOEAH.com. They are fast and reliable, and make sure you use code WOLF to get 3% off. Link is in the description. Now, once a month, I like to come back to the coaching adjustments and show you guys what I run, what I use. And if you stay tuned, I will show you how I run the cover 2 setup with the coaching adjustments. And I think it's a game changer, especially if you're running cover 2 and you're not doing this. I'm going to show you guys the technique that I use to stop a lot of the stuff in the game. Before we get into it, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, make sure you become a member and take advantage of those full scheme breakdowns. People are having a lot of success with the Y-off trips Pats. I am myself. It's because it's just a lethal scheme. Become a member, learn it, go across the channel if you're new, go watch the previous videos. I show you guys concepts that are just so hard to stop, and then you have so many within the Y-off trips Pats, and then you got the bunch offset in the member section: 335 wide, the 245 odd defense, 43 even 6-1, the Y-off trio weak, Trey Y flex, single back. Bro, what you're spending on people's websites is you're just paying a fraction here, and you get access to all of it. Anyway, so let's talk about this. Auto flip defensive play call. Disables auto flip defensive play call. Now, when you want to run this is if you're running a very specific scheme or a blitz. Okay, so blitz or a specific defensive scheme where you know everybody's going to be, you leave that on off. However, I recommend that you turn this on when you're running cover 3. That way your middle thirds and your people align properly to the right side of the field, because it's very easy to get burned on a seam route in cover 3. So use that, turn it on if you're using cover 3, or you can manually move your guy over there to the opposite side. But now you're taking time away from adjustments, and you know little Timmy's in the game like to quick snap you, so be careful with that. Turn that on in cover 3, off if you know your defense very well. If you don't know your defense, even running cover 2, turn it on. All right. If you don't know your defense well enough, put it to on. If you do, turn it off. Auto alignment. This one I like to use if I'm going to be running a defense against a better player. So if I'm playing a better player and I know I'm playing, like, I'll be able to tell in the first drive, I'll switch this to base, so he'll never know what defense I'm running. Okay, base gives the formation a base look. Okay, so let me show you what I mean real quick. So 3-4 odd. Okay, if you look at the X's and dots on the field, that's the base look. They'll always line up no matter what. Whether I run Storm Brave, whether I run Tampa 2, you'll notice that they always line up in the same spot, and that's what base does. It's gonna line them up in the same spot no matter what defense you're running, because if you don't have it on base, they will line up, so you can, it's easy to tell what man is, cover 2 is, cover 3, and with that it's very hard for them to tell. Now with base, okay, it's easier for your opponent to make quick reads because you have a base look, people aren't aligned properly. So when little Timmy quick snaps and your base aligned, he's probably going to complete the pass, so be careful with that. Man defense, you can hide your zone behind a man look. So if you're running zone but you want to make it look like man defense, you put that to man, and your corners and your safeties, everybody will line up. If they're on man defense, they'll line up like they're playing man defense. They'll line up in front of the receivers, pressed on them and stuff like that, depending on, you know, if you're pressing and whatnot. So auto alignment to man, and then you run default. I typically run default to start it, and then I'll switch it according to how good my opponent is or what I'm seeing, you know what I mean? So this is situational. Ball and air defense, late game, and if you're winning and you just want to prevent like a touchdown or something, put this on the swap ball. Acrobats in ultimate team, probably swap ball for you guys if you have acrobats, or you can keep it on play ball. Play ball is what I typically use. However, if you're running man defense, I wouldn't use play ball. If you're running man defense, I would use swap ball. If you're playing zone defense, I would put play ball, because the animations are different in man defense. So if you're on a 1v1 coverage and he throws a corner route and your guy's behind him, guess what's going to happen? He's going to do a pick animation and he's going to miss it. Pretty much a touchdown for your opponent. However, if he does swat ball, he'll stick to the receiver a little bit better, and then he'll jump at the receiver to swat the ball, and there's really no animation penalty with that. He'll still be able to recover and catch the dude trying to leave him. So this is late game situation. You can play receiver. I don't really use that one. It's usually play ball and swap ball. So if I have the lead and it's late game, I'll just do swap ball. Okay, and if I'm trying to get a pick in zone, I'll put play ball, or you can keep it on balance, whatever you want to do there. But I'm just trying to give you guys the options. Cornerback matchups, if I'm running man defense, it's by speed. Sometimes, because there's glitchy stuff in the game and someone had put me onto this, if you run speed and they start motioning and flipping plays, People get confused because of this. So if they're flipping plays or they're running like motion screens, probably turn this to off and put it back to balance, okay? And then if you're in the red zone, right, you want to run this by height because you want to make sure that no one can highball you in the end zone. So you can switch that to height. Option defense, if you're facing a mobile QB, go to conservative. Once I see the first option play, like say I'm playing the Cardinals, the first option play I see, I turn this to conservative and I leave it there. I don't even move it because your defense will focus on the quarterback instead of the handoff. And people that run option really want to run with their quarterback most of the time. So conservative, you can leave it on balanced or I wouldn't leave it on aggressive. I would just go balance or conservative. That's the only two I would use. Strip ball, you go aggressive if you need a turnover. You know, you got nothing else to lose. Conservative if you want to make a tackle, right? But they won't try to strip the ball. And if you're not really getting fumbles, this might be your best bet for conservative, especially if you're facing like a Derrick Henry. Okay, you gotta make sure that you try to get the tackle. So these two, probably conservative on the tackle, aggressive late game. But typically you might want to just keep it on balance. Just depends. If you're getting ran on, I would go to conservative. Tackling, same thing. You can do this aggressive or conservative. Now, here's the cool thing. AI defenders will attempt hit stick tackles for higher fumble chances on aggressive. So whenever I blitz, sometimes I'll put this on aggressive. That way they hit stick the quarterback and he fumbles. You know what I'm saying? That happens, especially if you have like a cornerback coming in off the edge. You can set this aggressive and he'll hit stick the quarterback, causing a fumble. And then you have conservative, which is AI defenders will tackle conservatively. Now, the main part of the whole coaching adjustments is your flats. So your clouds, your soft squats, your hard flats, these guys, you can tell them how far to play back. And I'm going to show you guys in this cover 2 here in a little bit. And in curl flats the same way. Your purples, the way they react, 5, 10, 15, 20. It's all situational how you play this. And then hooks are the same thing, okay? So 5, this is your yellows in the middle of the field. You can drop them 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 for zone drop adjustments. Now, what I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to go over the offense real quick, the offense adjustments, but I'm going to go ahead and set the adjustments now, okay, for the cover 2 that I want to show you guys. And what I want to do is, if you're facing short yardage situations, this is a very good setup. So for short yardage situations in Madden, so let's say it's a 3rd and 2, 4th and 2, or a 3rd and 3, 4th and 3. I'm going to show you guys what I like to play. So right here, I'll change this to 5, okay, 5 yards. My curl flats, I'm going to go to 15. This is cover 2. And for my hooks, I'm going to go to 10, 5, 15, 10, okay? Just like that. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to come to the play. Now you can make the personnel adjustments if you want. I'm not going to do it for this video, but you typically in this 3-3-5, you want to put safeties in these linebacker positions, but I'm not going to do it this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to run 3-3-5. Now I'm on the left hash. This is very important. I'm on the left hash. So I want to flip the play and have my blitzing corner coming from the right side. Now I'm not going to blitz him in this play right here, but I want him, the blitzing corner, on the right side if he's on the left hash. So flipping the play would be key. Now let's just come over here. Matter of fact, real quick, coaching adjustments, deep pass catching, I leave that alone. I leave intermediate pass catching alone. Blocking, I'll leave alone. And ball carrier, conservative, or if you're in the red zone, aggressive. So if you're trying to get a touchdown and you're at the 1, aggressive. Conservative if you don't want to fumble, but you lose your juking abilities, okay? But you won't fumble the ball. And then I used to use this a lot with Lamar, as you know, running with Lamar and your quarterback. Chances are you won't fumble. So those two, or this one, pretty much the only one I use on offense religiously. Now let's talk about what I mean. Let's just pick doubles Y flex and we'll do double slants. Okay, let's just say it's your man's running a slant route or just underneath route to try to get 2 yards, 3 yards. Okay, double slants. All right, so here's the way we're gonna run this. All right, so you have, remember what I told you guys, if it's not baselined, your people will line up perfect. But if it's a short yardage situation, chances are you may want a baseline. So wire, triangle, left stick to the right. The reason I say this is because you saw this linebacker, he was over here, which means that on the snap, if this guy is smart enough, he'll throw it to 16. So let's go ahead and see if he throws it to, I'm gonna just step out the way. Okay, he had him open instantly, but he didn't take it. But you're seeing that these zone drop adjustments are already stopping like underneath routes immediately. Now I'm gonna leave him where he's at without baselining, and let's see what the read is for Hurts on this one right here. See, there it is. You see what I'm saying? Luckily our vert hook was still there, but he still tried to attempt to throw that. So you could baseline and bring him in. This will put him inside the slant lanes or anything coming over the inside. So you can run it this way. And then you just watch the middle of the field. This is your whole thing, is watching the middle of the field. You're seeing that we're clamping it down with these zone drop adjustments. He can't make a read. Now, something extra you can do, because a better quarterback, a better player is going to wait. Let me show you guys in this. Let this play out, and then I'll show you what I mean. Okay, you see, boom, we didn't baseline. He took that route. So that's why we need the baseline. We're going to stop short yardage situations. So baselining will bring him inside the lane of the slant. But what I want to do is I want to wait for the slant to develop over the right side. He's still taking that, but he dropped the ball. Okay, let me just show you guys what I'm talking about, okay? Back here, if the better quarterbacks that are going to wait, the slant will develop over here, and then it's going to be an easy read. So what we did was we put our curl flats to 15, and now we're going to take Peters and put him on that curl flat. Okay, we're going to base a line, put him on that curl. I don't know why this game sucks so bad. Look at the curl flats, bro. You know what? I actually want to see if he actually messes that up. They actually do mess that up. This is the glitchy stuff I'm talking about in the game. Okay, this is what I mean. It's broken. All right, so base a line first. So you're gonna have to base a line first. It's just a game. And then put him in a curl flat. Okay, it's the only way this is gonna work. So base a line first, curl flat. So what's gonna happen here is if he tries to wait for that slant to develop over the right side, that curl flat's gonna be there. Now, what's gonna happen here is if we can lock up the middle and the slants with these zone drop adjustments, Hurts probably gonna take off and get yards. Okay, so let's just see what happens here. Snap the ball, watch the middle, underneath the middle. He's gonna take off. Exactly, okay? And he's got the jukes on us. So now you're in a chess match with, you know, short yardage situations. So what I would do is I would base a line, put this guy in a curl flat, and then I would spy like an outside guy, maybe Campbell. Wherever you think you're fastest, you can even put linebackers on these edge defenders. You know what I mean? You can put linebackers so they're a little bit faster, but you could actually put him in a spy. So if he has nowhere to go, you pretty much have everything underneath locked up with these zone drop adjustments, and they can't throw it light. Okay, so boom, right here, boom, watching the middle, boom, got nowhere to go. Well, actually, see what I'm saying? How it develops. It develops depending on the situation, and this is the chess match that we're talking about. So if we don't want to give them a chess match, we can actually baseline, pinch the line, baseline, pinch the line, and then put these guys in a curl flat, and let's just see what happens. I need to crash them down like this. Yeah, let's crash them down. Let's see what we get away with. And we're watching the middle, and we can watch the quarterback try to take off. So there he goes. Boom, we go for the hit. But Hurts is actually breaking tackles like a running back. Interesting. You could base a line, you can run it stock. Like I said, you can run it stock if you want. You don't really have to make any adjustments because the zone drop adjustments are doing most of the work. What I do recommend is bringing Peters out here though. Okay, if you guys remember that other video, I told you guys about slowing down escape artists, quarterbacks. This is the best way. It's gonna scare them, and it's gonna scare Hurts too. Honestly, it's gonna scare him. He's gonna roll out, he's gonna try to get away, and he's gonna have nowhere to go. So use these zone drop adjustments for short yardage situations, man, and it's gonna help you, and it's gonna work wonders. Remember not to stay in those zone drop adjustments if he ends up getting a first down, right? Let's say he does complete it over your head or something happens. Get out of those adjustments and go back to your regular ones, man. So there it is. Hope you guys enjoy it. Drop a like. Love you guys, man. Peace.